hacked and controlled people who are being talked about on BitChute. Blaming nanoparticles or something. Why the fuck are you people still sending this shit to me, Jojo? Because, Joe, you need a spiritual lesson. Because you're working off incorrect ways of looking at reality. They're called models, reality models. And the reality model, again, is the same issue. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You get lost in that because there's no answer? Well, there is an answer when it comes to people being hacked by getting injected by nanoparticles. No. Is the answer. Categorically, no is the answer. It's always going to be the answer. And in Science of Mind teachings, they will give you the reasons why it's stupid to believe in that. And you can look up Science of Mind. The textbook is by Ernest Holmes. And in it, Ernest Holmes would call nanopectoral injections a secondary cause. Science of Mind is about cause and effect. I always use the simple idea. You want a house. You bought a lot. You go to the sales center of the subdivision and you look at the plans of houses that, the common builders that are building there are offering people who drive up and say, I want to live here. So what happens is, first thing in mind is you want a house. You want to live here in this neighborhood. It's all in your mind when you first drove to this new subdivision. And then you went into the sales center and you looked around and you saw there was builders and you went from builder table to builder table, and each builder table they have their options of what they're commonly building. And you went through them all and then you saw one that was like, this one. You just know it. I just know it. This one. And then you look at it and you make a few changes that you want, additions, etc. And then you say to the builder and to whatever is like, make it so. So the builder takes those blueprints that you picked and gives it to all of his contractors, and away they go, building you your house. And then sometime later, you move into your brand new house. And so the key takeaway is, it was all in mind before it was manifested as a house in the subdivision. Well, how does that help you out with secondary causes? If you feel like you're hijacked, then you go looking for, how did they do it? And the how of the how they did it is the secondary cause. Are secondary causes causes at all? No, they're not. According to the author of The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, secondary causes are not causes. They might look like they're the cause of something, like a physical vaccination causing you to be a human hacked. The cause of a human being hacked is the intention of other human or humans plural, period. Human intention is cause. Is it first cause? If in the science of mind you do a spiritual mind treatment and you achieve at oneness with spirit, remember, spirit is first cause. And if you become at one-ment with it, with your prayer, according to science of mind teachings, that's how you manifest stuff. But there's always a bunch of other caveats on it, like, when's it going to happen? Divine right timing. When's that going to be? When the divinity decides it's appropriate. David R. Hawkins of Consciousness Research would say, I don't know, it's not coming through right now. You'll have to wait for a minute because I'm waiting for the words to come. We might be here for a while because even though it seems very quiet, on the inside I'm under demonic attack. Remote neural monitoring, blah, 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 is blocking me from getting the words for the video right now. It is like the Men in Black, neuralizer that does a brain fart on you. It does work. So as far as this goes, well, I've been, calling this whatever attack on me various things. Started off as a voice-to-skull, synthetic telepathy, synthetic telekinesis, imposed virtual reality, and remote neural monitoring. So, and then I said, the intention of humans is why I am attacked. That is the cause. So what's the point of talking about, the how of how they do it, the technology? There's no point talking about it because it's irrelevant. People with evil intent do not even have to hook up to a remote monitoring, neuralizing, remote control device. Because I've seen simply speaking is enough to murder somebody. It's called negative prayer. Greg Braden on YouTube will give you a talk on that. You can look up the Sacred Mirrors of the Essenes. Negative prayer is a hex, and a hex can kill. Yes. What is a negative prayer? Anything negative that you say about other people. What about if, you're enforcing a boundary and you called somebody a fucking devil? Is that a negative prayer? No, that's a commentary on what they appear to you as. I know, it's kind of difficult because it often comes up, because, if I'm speaking, am I commentating on what I'm seeing, or am I ordering something that I want the universe to deliver to me? It's like different modes of what we do with our throat chakra, our speaking ability. Why is it that humans can use their intention and have it actually affect me as if it was voodoo? Because it is voodoo. Is it my belief that electronic gizmodiate can electronically harass me that allows that to happen? Because somebody might say, well, quite often I talk about like James Allen's book, whatever that was. I can't remember. Anyways, something about, as you believe in your heart, so it will be. Anyways, um, everyone's trying to talk about it. The devils that bedevil me are talking about it and coming up with various things that they think could be. And in the end, the answer is always going to be because God does it. And from a human perspective, it's whatever it is, the technology, whatever that does it. But in the end, in the beginning, it is God that does it. And again and again and again, the reason God does it is because God is checking us all out. Because it's harvest time. And you can look up Aaron Abke on YouTube, who's an excellent teacher of Law of One. And there's videos there on harvest. It's the harvest of souls time. We've heard of this sort kind of phrase before, harvest of souls, but I don't really know what it was linked to. But it is definitely linked to harvest time, ascended masters, law of one, fifth dimension, scale of human consciousness, the power of now, inner silence, silence speaks. Oh, there's a myriad of other books, but that gives you a sample. So, yes, God pays attention to what you are doing. Where are you setting yourself with respect to everything else that there is? And you set yourself on the scale of human consciousness. If you're at the bottom, then you're running on ego. And once you get to the middle, then your ego is dissolving away, leaving you with a divine personality when you get to be perhaps 1,000 on the scale of human consciousness, where Jesus and Buddha were, because Jesus is not at 1,000 anymore, and neither is Buddha. I don't know if we'll be allowed to see, but let's see. We have permission to test to see what the calibrated level of consciousness of Jeshua ben Joseph, commonly known as Jesus Christ. We have permission. We do not. The Buddha, we have permission. We do not. The reason that we're asking permission is because we've got to find out if we have permission, because we don't always have permission. Why? Because we might be annoyed in your ego about not getting the answer, but the answer from God is tough titty. I'm God, and you're going to have to learn that God is real and I'm your God. Not me, not Bubby, God speaking through me. Why does that happen? Well, in the olden days in the Bible, they called it a prophet. A prophet is somebody who's shamanic and can, shamanically talk to all kinds of things, including God. Can you talk to God? Of course you can. Everybody can. It's all built into your system, you stupid ninny. Why don't you talk to God? Because most of the time when people say they're trying to talk to God, they don't get anything that confirms that they're talking to God at all. But their egoic needs, their vanities, etc. Or whatever, controlling outcomes. There's all kinds of spiritual teachings about don't tell God what to do. Do you like, as an adult, do you like other people telling you what to do? The answer is, fuck off. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. Do you think God is any different than you? Do you think that you're smarter than God? Because this is a very common, stupid thing that people think. Maybe it's from dealing with the Simpsons God or something. George Burns and John Denver did a cute God comedy called Oh God. Oprah played God in The Shack. I think it was Oprah. Shack movie. Tearjerker. Morgan Freeman played God in what was it? Bruce Almighty? Or Jim Carrey? Anyways, if you don't like being told what to do, why on earth do you think God wants to be told what to do by the likes of you, puny little human, with your stupid monkey mind? Why do you think your stupid monkey mind is smarter than all that is God? Why do you think that you have any idea what's good for you? Because that's what you're doing. You're telling God, I'm okay, God. I know what I want. I know what I'm doing. You stupid fucking blah 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 because I'm being interfered with by demonic entities. Well, this is all demonic attack. Why does God let it happen? Because the people who are terrorizing me are bait for other horrible, horrible people. That's what's going on. An enormous sting operation where evildoers are given enough rope to hang themselves. And so, if you're in the business, everybody on planet Earth is, about telling God, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, I need this, I need this, I need this. And God said, fuck you, all of you stupid fucking monkeys that think you're humans on planet Earth, and all you humans that think you're monkeys. All of you motherfuckers, shut your fucking monkey holes. Why did God make creatures that are monkey-minded morons that want to tell God what to do? Doesn't it seem like it was a mistake? And God rolls his eyes and he says, it was actually, Mama God. Mama God. Because she's Mama, and she makes all you stupid creatures. I'm Papa God, and my job is to discipline you all, and tell you when you've got wrong, and whack you on the ass. Anyways, Mama made you, and you belong to Mama. And I can't spank Mama because she's Mama. Who is higher on the hierarchy of God? I think Mama God. I don't know. I just think Mama God is like Mama God. I don't know. I think God is Mama. I don't want to tell you anything other than Mama. And she has a Papa aspect, but I think the primary is Mama. Because mamas give birth. And we're all born things. And I think mama's more open to, humans saying this is what they want than Papa. Because Papa says, I know what you need, never mind what you want, you stupid monkey. And Mama is more like, listen to your Papa. Because God knows what you need and knows what I need. And he knows what the devils need. He and she and all of the rest of them. Because there's a whole pile of different aspects of God. Is Jesus an aspect of God? I don't know. Let's see if we can find out. Jesus Christ, Joshua ben Joseph is the same person? Yes. And I don't know. What was the question again? Jesus Christ is an aspect of God. That is true. It is incorrect. Jesus is not an aspect of God. Jesus is an aspect of himself. Well, that's how you tell. So you've seen how to do muscle testing using the thumb and finger method. You put your thumb and a finger together, And then you use your other thumb and you pull against this. Now you use enough pressure so that if you pull lightly, it's not going to break through. You know. Anyways, for more information, you probably get a better video on the internet than what I can give you. Anyways, that's what it is, and you can go and practice it, and then you can do muscle testings when you get a good question in your head and you want to know what it is. And then if it comes to when you're testing it, you're having a hard time getting words, and then, the question kind of disappeared, then it's Mama and Papa God said, "You're wasting my fucking time, you stupid." And then, and then it's gone, and then it's like, well, now what? I guess we have to moving along to whatever the next item is, and whatever the question was and whatever the answer was, I didn't get an answer. So, if you want to try it at home, maybe you'll get an answer, or maybe you'll get a brain fart too. Primary cause is God. Secondary cause is what monkey-minded humans think causes things to happen. And that is why monkey-minded humans always want to control outcomes. That is forbidden. It is forbidden for you to try and get a better outcome. Because Papa God looks at you and says, you don't know what a better outcome is. You bet on this horse. The horse wins the race. Is that better for you or worse for you? You really don't know. You're going to say, I won money. I know, but there might be some other repercussions. Because you can't see all of the different things that are at play. And in the end, it might have been, better for you to lose, because then you wouldn't have stuck around to go and cash in your ticket. And there was a huge lineup, and you spent half an hour trying to cash out, and you missed your bus, and you were late for work, and you lost your job. And because you lost your job, you didn't have an income, and you didn't make the mortgage payment, and you lost your house. And then your wife freaked out, and you lost your wife and your kids, and now you're a homeless person. All because you bet on that horse, and the horse won, and it took extra time, and you missed the bus. Only God knows all that stuff in advance. You, stupid human, are going to go after the money, and you lost everything. So that's why you should not try to control outcomes thinking that this outcome is better than that outcome. Because you don't know. And you're like a sorcerer's apprentice, and you cause all kinds of horrible that ends up always bouncing back on you. Because you didn't hear what Papa said. Papa God said, don't control outcomes, and don't tell me what to do, because I know what you need. And I know what you want, and I'm not necessarily going to say you can't have what you want. But it's up to me to give you what you need, and up to me to give you what you want. And if you try and hijack me, I might give you something that you don't want, and you don't need, that you don't want, and you don't need, and you can't get rid of. So, what does this all mean? It means you need to get that book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, so you can tame your goddamn ego. Okay, anything else we want to do? Anything else you want to do? Anything else you want to vote?